Yet another massive opportunity goes by for our United States press, for the media, for the press corps to give our president and this country and this administration and the American people, to give them a win. To just for 1 minute pretend that all is not terrible and that we do have leaders in this country that make good decisions. Our president was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. And today, Kayleigh McEnany came out and gave the press an opportunity, told them that. And what proceeded to follow was another embarrassment and blatantly obvious attack on our president. That's what we're going to dive into today, guys. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video, formerly a car vlogger, independent citizen journalist now, thanks to you, the viewers. This channel is brought to you by RedRacerVideo.com. There's a link in the description down below the video. Your purchases of hoodies and t-shirts, mugs coming soon, and lots of new designs coming soon. But your purchases have made this possible. RedRacerVideo.com. And your donations make it possible, bring this channel to you. So if you want to do something, RedRacerVideo.com, link in the description. There's also still links in there if you guys want to donate as well. Thank you everyone who has gotten us to this point by doing those things. Okay, so today's video was really easy for me. This one, there's a lot of days where I go back and forth and I'm trying to decide what it is I want to key in on. And today it became very easy, very early on. Kayleigh McEnany came out in a press conference and came out and brought to the media's attention. They all knew already, right? But she came out in support of the president, basically pointing out that he had been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is something, by a lot of people's estimation, and by a lot of people, I mean the people that have their heads out of their behinds and have actually paid attention to what's happened since our president's gone into office. The countless peace deals and the things that he's done to bring peace across the globe, removing troops from other nations at a record rate, I believe. He's the first president in, I can't remember how many decades, to not start a new war. He has not done any of the things they said he would do. We'd be at war with Iran. We'd be at war with Russia. We'd be at war with all these places immediately, right? Just none of these things happened. And to the contrary, he has done the opposite. Every time given an opportunity, our president has done the peaceful thing. He keeps saying peace through strength. That's exactly what he's got. Could our country and could our president wreck some stuff right now if they wanted to? Absolutely. And have they when they've needed to? Yes, they have. Soleimani and Baghdadi, two terrorists with a lot of blood on their hands. Depending on who you ask, those two individuals were the leaders of a lot of terrorism that accounted for a lot of lost lives, many of which were American lives. Our president took them out. He didn't go and destroy a whole country. He didn't start an entire war. He didn't go and control an entire other region of the world for years to kill them. They did their homework and they were targeted strikes, and they took two people out that killed countless people. The only time our president has been aggressive, he has done it to swiftly and decisively act to bring peace to the world. Our president should have gotten a Nobel Peace Prize already long before being nominated for this Nobel Peace Prize. To our president, I know you'll probably never see this, thank you. There are countless of us who appreciate what you do, see what you do, and acknowledge what you do. So thank you for what you've done. Everyone, I want to quickly point out, after she went on to make it very clear why he was nominated and how the other things that he's done, and in typical Kayleigh McEnany form, she was phenomenal. She then went on to answer press questions. I watched all of them. Not one person in the press corps, not even Chanel, I think Chanel Ryan is her name, from OAN. I don't even think she gave the president credit. She asked a real question, but she didn't give any, not even her did she say, congratulations to the administration, because it's not just our president, right? He's getting the Peace Prize, but there are countless people behind the scenes that help him make what happens happen. But nobody said anything. No one gave him credit. Not only that, our press went on, like I said in the opener, to embarrass themselves. And the main point that I want to make in this is that they went on to expose themselves like they've continued to. And this goes back to what we always talk about. People that think nothing's happening, why isn't the country just stepping in? Why isn't the president just ending this? Why? And we talk about how we can't just tell the people, and Q talks about I can't just tell the people, we've got to show the people. They have to show them. They have to see. And what they saw today was our press corps humiliate themselves. On a day where our president was nominated for this prize, they continued to launch an orchestrated attack. What is the new attack? And we talk a lot in my videos about talking points, right? The press always comes out with talking points. They ask the same questions. All these same reporters were obviously keyed in on one or two things in this presser. They weren't going to ask one question. They weren't going to say anything that gave any credit to anybody or any real questions that revolved around anything that was actually being discussed or that's actually relevant right now. Instead, they went on to attack our president in question after question after question about his response to the coronavirus, about him saying that the coronavirus wasn't dangerous and him downplaying the coronavirus. Kayleigh McEnany went on time after time to show and say, no, that's not what he did. All he did is say that he was staying calm as a leader should, and then he made decisive steps to stay in front of the virus every step of the way. They told us 2 million people would die. We're at 200,000, they're claiming. We know that a bunch of those tests are fake, phony, and false. There's no two ways about it. And we know that only 6% of those people were actually healthy Americans. 94% of the rest of those people had 2 to 3 comorbidities, meaning 2 to 3 things that were going to kill them anyway, or could likely have killed them anyway. So instead of giving our president any credit, they question after question, and I kid you not, guys, go watch it. It's on YouTube. Kayleigh McEnany's presser from today, Wednesday, September the 10th. It's obvious. They all ask the same question. Literally the same question sometimes. She even repeats herself and says, I already answered this question, but here you go again. And each time she laid out the time frame beautifully. From the time that there was a first case in China, to the time there was a first case in the United States, to the time when our president cut off the travel in and out, and to everything he was done. In the beginning, they persecuted him for being a racist and a xenophobe and all these things for closing the country too early. And all these things he did, he was a jerk for doing. All he did was stay calm, and now they're saying he downplayed it. It's unreal. As this virus is falling apart by the day, and by the day, real quick also, guys, unmask my hoodies. Go buy these, wear them. Make your statement without saying it. RedRacerVideo.com, link in the description. Shirts, hoodies, lots more stuff coming. But guys, as this is falling apart and unraveling by the day something else happens to show that this just should have never have gotten really any more attention than a flu, the seasonal flu. It's what this should have been. We should have treated it as such. While that's happening, though, our press, our media, is still launching a full-fledged attack on the president for his response to it and acting like it's still this big, terrible thing that's ravishing our country. To anyone who thinks there is any validity to that, I'm sorry, but you really, really need to unbury your head from the sand and see why there is absolutely no reason for any of this. This should have never been a pandemic. The president gave it way more credit than it deserved just because he knew that they were going to attack his response later. That's the only reason I believe our president even gave this all the credit he did. That, and I believe there was other attacks and other things imminent during that time frame that he foiled by keeping everyone home and keeping kids out of schools and things for a while. I think there was a lot that went on in that, not just him playing along with this virus. But in the meantime, everybody stayed home. Everybody watched the media's coverage. Everybody watched what happened during all of this. And everybody watched, not everybody, but a lot of people watched today while our media embarrassed themselves. They were tripping over themselves to embarrass themselves and continue to just push this flippin' hoax instead of give any credit to what could have been a very positive day for our country today and the administration today and our president today and all of the people who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to help him look like he is doing such a good job. And he is doing a good job. There were a couple other questions along some of the same lines. They went on to ask about things that are completely unrelated, the attacks on the president that are being made in the media that are baseless. She went on to say there are now 25 people who have said the president did not say what you said he said about military recently. They look so stupid, but they will not back down. They think that if they just keep saying it, If we hear it enough, we'll finally be like, okay, it's not happening, guys. Stay strong. Today's video is short. You guys got off super easy. I've got more homeschooling to do. I've got an attorney meeting with an attorney. To the people who are watching this video, I'm not going to tell you why, but you know what's been going on. We're going to leave it very vague. We got stuff to do today, though. Really quick before you go, please smash the like button. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you guys get unsubscribed and if you can't comment, leave comments the next day when you come back and they'll let you. Let YouTube know that we know that they're throttling my channel way down, hiding me from people and unsubscribing people. I take screenshots. I see it all. We know what's going on. Thank you, everyone who supports us. RedRacerVideo.com. Like, leave a comment, subscribe. I love you. We'll see you on the next one.